It is a felony in the state of Florida. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. You will be hearing from the proper authority, as well as eBay, who has advised me to utilize the law. Trash to Cash podcast, potentially episode 67.
We don't know.
8 or 6.
No one knows.
I'm not sure.
Let me look.
Could be anything. Yeah, it could be anything. But anyways, hi guys. Good to see you. I hear Carrie has over 1K on Pinterest.
I do. I have over 1K. I think I misspelled Pinterest, or did I spell it right?
I don't know. You spelled it right.
Oh, good. I'm not.
Yeah, it's Pinteresting. Yeah, I can't believe how hard it is to grow on Pinterest.
Did you see my Instagram post, Dave?
No, what'd you post?
I put every time I get a follower, I post the name of the follower because it happens so rarely. You know.
And then he
tags. I posted number 42 today.
So if you guys want to get a actual shout out from the Commonwealth Picker,
it's true.
You just gotta follow him on Pinterest.
No promises.
Just message him. He'll respond to you on Pinterest. He'll be so flabbergasted that he got a message.
I don't know.
And you know what? Speaking of alternative platforms, I was just messaging with Froggy Flips, Anthony.
Oh,
and
name drop.
The reason I was doing this was because I got recommended a TikTok video from Froggy that was like on an account that was actually regularly posting Froggy content, which, as we all know, Froggy does not post content on TikTok. No. And the account is called Froggy Flips 3, and it says fan legit. Page. But it's legitimately his content, like not even stretched to 9x16. It's just letterboxed Froggy excerpts, and I wrote him, and I said, hey, is this actually you, or is someone stealing your content? No, he did. He said, actually, it is me. I've reported it like 10 times, but nothing happened. So I was going to say, everyone on the show, everyone watching the show, if you could go find Froggy Flips 3 on TikTok, hit report.
Not 2.
2's legit.
Hit report.
1 is also legit. 4 is okay, but 3. Get rid of it.
Impersonating a person, right? Or, impersonating a person and then do
That's a crime,
Froggy's
guys.
But wait a minute,
that would help him.
Don't you have the ability to click something where other people can't use your content, or they can. You can. Do you know what I'm talking about, Carrie? Like
there might be something like that.
I'm not saying like
an open license or something. I don't know.
No, like if somebody wanted to take your content and react to it, right?
Oh, yeah. You allow.
I realize that's
a stitch.
Whatever.
That's a
stitch. Yeah, whatever they call it. I don't
or a
know.
duet.
A duet.
So I'm wondering if they do anything at all that makes it a reaction, like if they add anything to it at all.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Just adding words.
I'm pretty sure if they superimpose their face, over the whole screen or something, that would, and you just like nodded, it would be okay. You could use it.
Well, it's an interesting TikTok idea because this person has gained 30,000 followers, and let me tell you, what
he's going to be making.
Are they good TikTok?
Just listen to this. This is cool. It's an idea. Like I said, it's just letterbox, no edit at all, and at the top they put 1 of 9, and then the title of the video on YouTube, right? Yeah. Great garage sale, $1,000 garage sale score, right?
Okay,
and then
so they literally
video
cut
1.
it.
It's literally a 13-minute video cut into 9 videos, and posted as 9 separate pieces of content: 2 of 9, 3 of 9, 4 of 9, 5. It's freaking working, Carrie. So I think I'm going to transition to this for my TikTok. It sounds way easier.
You got to take somebody.
You need to do that for me.
Yeah, just take Kevin's videos. Just take them.
Just cut them up. Well, and it's kind of a good trick, right? Because you're like, okay, well, I want to know. Just think of our YouTube videos, right? Like we always we bury the lead, right? Yeah. Or is that the right term? I don't know if that's the right term. But we always put the exciting thing at the end.
Yes.
Right? And so it's like, this confrontation was awkward, is my latest video.
Yeah.
And of course, the awkward confrontation is in the last 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's blood at the garage sale, and like Kevin got a paper cut or something. Yeah, stupid.
So if you just go ahead and do that same concept with like the words on the screen for your TikTok, and it's 1 of 9, 9 is where they'll actually get the answer. So they're going to keep watching to find the answer. It's brilliant.
How long are they?
It's really brilliant. That's a good question.
Because TikToks can be pretty long these days.
About 2 minutes apiece.
You can do, I think, up to 10 minutes or 3 at least.
I mean, just cut it into 2. My videos, you have to cut into 3.
Yeah. No, they are literally 2 minutes apiece. They did 2 minutes on all of them. So that's the new scam on TikTok, guys. I should try it
You should just do a 3-minute clip of your video and just put sleep sounds at the top so they can all know that they can fall asleep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Carrie,
voice.
You always say this joke about how, like, you fall asleep to my content.
Because I'm comforted by you.
to everything. Like the microwave turns on, you fall asleep. The TV's on, you fall asleep. Dawn's talking to you, you fall asleep. You're making love, you fall asleep. Like everything.
Registered narcoleptic, is that the term? I don't know. I'm self-diagnosed.
Layabout, I think, is what we diagnosed you as. A layabout.
No, isn't it? What is it?
Hornswoggler.
Yeah, what is it? A lazy Susan or whatever they called me?
A dewdropper.
Yes,
you're a dewdropper.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so reselling, guys. People seem to like last week's show.
Yes,
and they did.
I don't know why. Cause
we had some buff guys in it and Ryan. It was pretty awesome.
Now, and Carrie, your plan was to wear the tank top today.
Yes.
Are you wearing it under that? Like, what's the haps?
Well, here's the thing about tank tops is they're not befitting my figure at the moment, but soon.
Once we lose the weight, then we're going to be in tank tops on the show.
Then it's only tank top. We might be shirtless because as long as we're not showing the nips. I mean, with Kevin, if he shows shoulders, one of the nips.
I'm going to get a tank top tattoo. It's not really going to be.
You should. You should get the fanny pack tattoo with just stickers flowing out of it.
That's why.
Where did
he likes
cat. I don't like where that's going to end up being, that fanny pack tattoo. Poor tattoo artist.
Brian Klaus says a quarter of the way through. This is the last video, and this is more reselling info than the last 25 episodes combined. I feel dirty. That's what he said.
Yeah, no, it's not right. It was. I felt weird too.
And Ryan got 59 thumbs up on his comment, which was "Thanks for having me." That's number one comment.
Not bad at all.
Can I read a more interesting comment from Derek?
Yes.
A weird comment. YouTube did autoplay background sound.
Oh,
okay,
this
so
was
he's
good.
playing
This was
YouTube
good.
and it's a background sound, right? I heard someone introduce pompous, degenerate, underground branches, dude. Now, is that where Kevin hides in the branches?
Kevin. I think they were referring to Kevin, right?
Okay. Can't go any further than 57 seconds. Time to unsub from the others who vindicate that narcissist.
Wow.
Okay. Watch some of his videos and you'll see the fake lies. I sold this for
the fake lies. Does that make
the fake lies?
Somebody just
it might be true. Yeah.
Somebody just read a thesaurus. I think they're going.
Yeah, I kind of I felt like I knew what these words mean, but now that I see them in a sentence, I'm like, I don't know. It might have been
positive. We might not understand what this means at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, time to unsub from others who vindicate. Vindicate would be to like clear from guilt. Okay.
Yeah.
So what guilt are we clearing?
So we're trying to vindicate him, like we're what?
Okay. So it says I sold for $24.53 and shows a listed thumbnail. Claims other resellers steal their high dollar items, etc., etc. Oh, this vintage T-shirt video is filled with so many continuity holes. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Anyhow, good luck.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe? What's going on?
Dude, we're all in danger, though, because good luck to the rest of you after being in association with him. Actually, I have noticed a strong drop-off in all my viewership.
That is true.
Views are going up.
Look,
I think.
Look, it wasn't... Yeah. Let's make something clear with the Trash to Cash podcast. Nothing is thought out.
And nothing is sacred.
Exactly. Kevin's on here, so you know why Ryan was on here. Kevin taught us this very early on. Do whatever it takes for clout. And Ryan,
oh my god.
Yeah, you said let's get Ryan on so we can get his people becoming our people.
You said, Dave, buy a mystery box.
Yeah, buy a mystery
box. Make him angry. Trick him into coming on the show. This was all Kevin's big scam.
Kevin is just...
You know what? Honestly, though, like, I don't have the energy to hate people. I don't care, really. Like, this guy hates Ryan for some reason, and I hope, Derek, you can find peace and forgiveness because life is too short to just hate some random YouTuber.
He's not going to hear any of this. So whoever knows Derek, go ahead and let Derek know.
Tell him to calm down.
Calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Ryan's a swell fella. That's a word.
If you don't like him, don't watch him.
That Kevin could understand.
I just, for the record, I've invited... maybe I invited John. I don't remember. I invited somebody on the show. Dave is responsible for almost all of the nonsense.
Dave is very good at getting people to come on the show.
Yeah, because he's got no shame.
It's a weird talent I have.
Whatever. Anybody. No shame.
I'm getting Reezy Resells on here next. I talked to him at FitCon and I locked him in.
Half of me was like, have we had him on? I don't even remember. We haven't had him on,
No, we
right?
haven't had him.
Okay,
no, we had Gary Vaynerchuk on.
Oh, Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, that
Gary
guy.
He's my next big pull. You just watch. I'm getting him.
I'm going to go to VCon this year. I'm going to go with Reezy, and Reezy knows it. See, and I'm going to get Reezy to introduce me.
VCon?
And then it's in May.
It's in May. Okay.
Yeah, Indianapolis. Isn't that Froggy's territory? Maybe Maybe I get Froggy a ticket, and we'll go to VCon.
You could, and then you'll have wasted money on a ticket.
True.
Okay, so yeah, people seem to like the show though. Other than that one guy, it's got the most views we've had on a show in quite a while. Quite a while, after all. And the overall, I know you guys like
it's
to know.
It's because of the reselling. That's why.
Yeah,
it could be because
like
but we talked
reselling.
Listen, we talked a lot of reselling.
The regional boxes are gone.
Yeah, that is true.
Let's talk about it. I never used one in my life, but they're gone.
I'm going to put in another headphone because there's another podcast on right now that I'd rather listen to than this one. So here we go. All right, Dave, you can say what you're going to say.
I was going to say
the Depends podcast. Do they have a podcast now?
Are you talking to me? I'm listening to this podcast. Nashville Flippers have Cameron on Bowser, and I think he spelled his name wrong, unless I spell it wrong. And so
you're learning about incontinence.
Yes, you're looking. Yeah. Look, here's the thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Depends gives you freedom to go on the go. You don't have to worry about whether you're incontinent, which I'm not sure what that means, or if you have to go all the time, because you can just do it.
Kevin is not incontinent. He just has the prostate of an 86-year-old
Hey, you know what? That reminds me. I knew this would
back.
be appropriate for this channel, but not for my channel. This right here. I'm thinking about bringing this to Vegas and
he's holding up an Eneman Goes to Hollywood. Is that a calendar?
It's a calendar. It's like a sexy Eneman calendar.
Sunshine of the Spotless Colon.
Did somebody make this?
Enema Strikes Back. Okay, he's showing the different pages, and they're all play on movie titles.
They actually sent these out.
The silence of the colons.
Of the colons. Why can I not have one of these? I will pay $20 for one of these.
6 degrees
of constipation.
They're pretty good graphics.
Enema Man in the Temple of Goo.
No, it's Dew.
Dew. Sorry, it's hard to read. Goo would work too. I mean, I don't know. Isn't there some goo at the end of it? Saving Private Eneman. Oh my goodness. Scarface Fleet. I can't read that one. It's too small.
No, Scarfeces.
Oh, Scarfeces. Okay. Yeah.
Scarfeces. It says, say hello to my little friend.
Who made this?
This is a fleet. This is like a legit. I have like 5 or 6
They had meetings about this and they okayed it.
But you didn't make this. This is literally made by Fleet.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with your nonsense
Lord
at
of
all.
the Colon.
There is like so much Eneman lore that we don't even know about.
Polyp Busters. These are all just movies. Oh my gosh. Polyp Fiction.
Oh, sexy Eneman. Look at that.
Oh, he is looking sexy.
And last one.
And then the Animator. And he's back.
What do you think? I'll bring this to Vegas. We'll give it away. I like it.
Dude, you got to auction that puppy. That thing is sick.
Dude, you're sitting on thousands of dollars.
I need that in my life. I can't believe now, Kevin. I felt like you had that made, like commissioned by an artist or something.
Actually, 2 years ago, like when the whole Eneman thing started, we started our Christmas auctions. Our 50-50 auctions where we give money out to charities. And somebody had sent me a calendar, and we took it and we tore it apart. Not tore it apart. We cut it nicely, and we all signed each picture, and then we auctioned the pictures off for charity. And so so ever since, people have been sending me calendars, and they're just stacked up, and I got to do something. There's like 5 or 6 different ones or something. It's crazy.
That's pretty good. And you've never shown that on your channel?
No.
I think your channel can handle it. It might wake them up. It might wake them up because they could be mid nap at the shelter. Wait, what am I saying? The old folks home. I forgot where I was talking about. I
younger
looked at my hair,
than you, and way younger, not younger than Carrie, but way younger than Sonny's demo for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sonny's got the demo for sure.
Hey, Sunny Las Vegas is who we're talking about. So can we talk? All right. So we've been talking about a lot. We were talking about our tank tops, and how we can't wear them yet because we're
still
working on our weight loss.
Yes, we're trying
trying to lose weight this year. And honestly, we got to call out Sonny and Mike.
Yes.
Because I went and watched their latest
video. Did you
video,
see that? I saw that.
I'm
like, why are you
filming
eating
like freaking fried cheese, a big
out.
plate of fries.
Yeah, they got an
appetizer,
French fries,
a 500-calorie coffee. Like, dude, their whole entire lunch was like the whole day of calories.
It's like watching this podcast a year ago. That's what you guys did every day.
Yeah, it's a train wreck.
You already
Sonny.
look. I can see the pounds just melting off of you.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. My hair, it's getting bigger because my face is getting smaller.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, haircut helps. It helps you shrink.
No, that's
down.
my secret.
I have a new goal.
That's my secret weapon next week is the haircut, because that's like 10 ounces, I think.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's the goal. Now, Kevin's in the group. Kevin is also trying to lose weight, but he's losing it at a snail's pace.
No, I'm not.
And so I have a goal to catch up to Kevin. This is like I've decided to eat like 5 calories a day until I catch up to him, because I know he's super competitive and it'll eat away at his soul if I can just catch up to him.
If you follow the trajectory of our podcast, Dave's talking about eating 5 calories right now. The first episode, I swear, we talked about a piece, like a fried butter on a stick that you found on the ground outside of a garage sale. You just ate it, no questions asked.
Well, I'm in full support of eating crap nonstop while you're young enough to get away with it.
There you go.
But I don't think I'm there anymore, according to my doctor. You know, so I've got to stop.
The doctor's like, Meh.
If my doctor said, "Hey, you're in amazing health, sir," then I'd keep going all the way to 600 pounds.
Oh yeah.
I did watch The Whale. That was depressing, and that'll motivate you to stay on your diet. That's for sure, because he looked pretty uncomfortable. And
so
house.
Dave, you have lost quite a bit. You've lost twice as much maybe as me already. But I mean, let's face it, you had more to lose. So
since December, I've lost 20 pounds.
Your body was shocked from 5,000 calories to like 1,500. You know, I went from like 2,200 to 1,500.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm older. You know, it takes a little while to. You know,
yeah, when you're 60, your metabolism
exactly, dude,
super slow.
You had to how you went from what 3 to 4 bags of Werther Originals a day to what are you eating now?
Eucalyptus drops.
Eucalyptus
drop. Okay, so I don't know. I think I could maybe catch Kevin. That's all I wanted to say. And I also think Kevin, or Sonny and Mikey are phoning it in, and they've got to like step up their game.
Yeah, we're calling you guys out. You guys got to take this serious.
Also, Harold Tornado is now in the group.
Yeah, the tomato.
Yes, something that y'all can beat Josh at now.
And listen, this was the first week ever that we had people gain weight at the weigh-in. So this is like, you know,
this is the
standard New Year's diet, right?
This is the
third week of the new year.
Third week, you're already like, oh man, I think I'm going to have Burger King for lunch, and then I'm going to have McDonald's for a post-lunch. Which
it's hard, dude.
I've done.
It's really hard, because not only that, you also just slow down. Like, your weight loss slows down. But
it's true.
I don't want to talk all about weight loss. Let's
$17, 17 minutes, no reselling. So we got to get.
Yeah, we're
what are you
selling?
Hey, you've been out of town, dude. I see. You've been losing that weight out of town, eating well.
Dude, that is hard. Losing weight while traveling is like nightmare fuel, but I still lost a couple pounds.
Half the time too.
I was going to movie theater. I went to movie theaters every night I was out of town. And I saw a bunch of movies. But I found a theater.
Smuggle in some celery sticks?
No, I found a theater that sells avocado toast and cauliflower florets and like all this stuff that I can eat. So I went to that one, and I snuck in like tangerines for dessert.
It was a feast.
It was a feast,
smorgasbord.
It was hard though to smell the popcorn. I'll be honest.
I let myself have a small popcorn, dude. No butter, no salt. Yeah, I mean there might be a little salt in it.
No butter, no salt.
Dude,
I've got some insulation over here you can eat.
Well, I'm just telling you. Look, I'm at that point that if it works, I'll eat it.
How do you get them to not put butter and salt? They put butter, salt in the actual mixer.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit mixed in. I do no addition.
There's also, no addition.
Yeah, they get them things and just squeeze that stuff in there.
Yeah. I have one of those machines. I love doing that.
Dude. So how are your sales been while you're gone? Did you shut the store down? What'd you do?
No. Tina is on board. She ships when I'm gone. This is a huge help to me because it doesn't slow down my store. So she shipped everything, I think, Thursday night. The big issue I'm having right now is I'm a moron. And, just hit that thumbs up if you agree. Yeah. Subscribe if you agree.
You even had a video that said that. Does this make me eBay's worst reseller? You're the worst? Yeah. So.
Well, I am the worst. I mean, and I'll own it, and that's fine. I'm okay with being the worst. The thing that annoys me is when people assume I think I'm the best. That's what annoys me. If you can just understand I know I'm the worst, it's a whole different perspective. So, but no, here's what happened today. I went to pull my orders. First, I go to pull a Roku streaming stick. Both of these things are Kevin's fault. We're going to get to that, but both of these things are Kevin, 100%. The Commonwealth
I agree.
Brown's
I don't know what
fault.
you're talking about, but I agree.
Yeah, and so I'm with him in, Greensboro, South Carolina. We're yard selling. We got Elijah, we got Kevin, and we got someone else in the back seat. Who was with you? Someone. Who else went yard selling? Eric. Eric went yard selling with us.
Little guy. He's kind of.
And I bought the Roku streaming stick. right? And I got it for like $3, and I listed it for 40. And you know, Kevin had to do a little poopy and a little pee-pee.
Yeah.
And so
he
we
does
stopped
that
at a
lot,
gas
yeah.
station. He said, I got to use the restroom. And I said, okay, you go in. I'll stay in the
I
car.
think you said I got to.
listed it in
I think
the car.
you
I
told
listed
me.
it in the car.
You told me
Yeah.
he said
Okay.
he had to blow up a bathroom.
He did. He was in there for about an hour and a half.
Metaphorically.
So we had time. The manager came out and complained and asked if he was okay.
It's all like-
They had to get the ambulance to check for a
Exactly.
body.
They're like
There was like a whole thing.
Mopping
but-
the ceiling.
But no, so I list this Roku streaming stick in the truck, and I put my custom SKU, because I don't have any of my bins with me, as truck. Truck is the custom SKU. It is now 4 months later, and it's sold. And I'm looking, I go to pull the order today, and it says truck, and I'm like, there's no way it's still in the truck 4 months later. And I asked Tina, she's like, I don't know, I haven't seen it. And I go, I scour the whole truck, it's not in there. Of course it's not. Like,
I
how
wouldn't even have
idiotic
looked
do you
in
have
the
to be?
truck.
I know. I mean, it's just definitely not there. At
so
some
you
point,
can't
Tina
find
cleaned
it.
out her truck. I can't find it. Sold for $40. Okay,
And,
that's number
hey,
one.
But you have a topic for a video. Of
I
course,
did-
it's
well-
the same topic as 4 days ago.
as every other video.
No. My topic today is my topic for Monday's video is avoid this eBay scam.
You
or
just did that
reselling
one
scam.
too.
Well,
no, you
people keep trying to scam me.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do?
Here's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
get banned.
I just want to clarify. They talk about me clickbaiting all the time. It's absolute deflection. I mean, look at the titles these guys put out lately. It's just
true.
ridiculous. eBay may
have-
suspend your account.
Well, Kevin, if you didn't constantly belittle us for not being at your level, we wouldn't be trying so
we
hard.
just get
Oh,
all
gosh.
these texts from you and voice
And-
memos like you're 97 years old. You're like,
it's
I
time
had
to
a
come
thought.
clean about my eBay store. And then Carrie's, revealing the secrets, unveiling the secrets of
Yes,
the Goodwill bin.
That was good.
I'm sure the secrets
That was
were
good.
so
I
amazing.
said secret twice in it, so it counts.
Secret-y secret. It's a secret. It's Carrie's secret, kind of like
It's tips.
Victoria's secret.
It's tips.
You know, Kevin texted me the other day, and he's like, you know, my mom could do better than you do on YouTube. So, I mean, that's, what he said. Okay, so second item. Also Kevin's fault.
Yes.
Also Kevin's fault. I go with him to these yard sales at the Highway 127. Kevin stays in the car because he's talking to, I don't know.
I found that
usually-
footage, by the
friend.
way.
Doesn't Steve find the stuff and then Kevin comes out to film it typically? Is that
Yeah,
how it
that's
works?
Yes.
what happens.
So I buy a lot of knives, a bunch of knives at a yard sale. Kevin remembers this, right? And I made a ton of money. I listed
Yes.
them because I was trying to be productive again.
At the 127.
Where I listed them in our Airbnb at the
All
127.
shoving
Kevin
in
was
Bucky
doing
nuggets.
his daily nap. Yeah,
One-handed.
Kevin was doing his daily nap. And so I list all these
Daily
knives.
nap.
And you know what I put as the custom SKU? Highway 127.
There you go.
And you know what? It's weird because I went back up there to Crossville and I don't see him. I don't know where this knife is. It sold for $100.
Oh my gosh. Dave.
And I don't know where it is. I have no clue. So $140
So
in cancellations.
did you look through every
today.
bin?
No,
See,
because
you
I know
should
I never
use
put
my
it in a bin.
system.
Kevin, I
don't
remember what I
care
did.
anybody else
Okay, let's hear your
says.
system.
My
Let's hear your
system's
system.
better. I've just
I wanna
been
know it.
putting stuff in the same places for 20 years. If it's
Okay,
X,
so
it
20
goes
years
here.
is required to master this. Okay.
No, I mean, hey.
Okay.
All my plush goes here. All my hard good home goods will go right here. All my ashtrays go here. All
All
my
the fanny
plush,
fanny
whatever.
packs that aren't
All-
selling. Or...
Yeah, but that's like a risky business at your age.
No.
You know, this
Rarely.
remembering stuff, Kevin,
Yeah.
when you're, I don't know.
Oddly enough, when he's picking and packing, he's just in that exact Tom Cruise outfit, typically. Just the tidy whities and socks. In the
Kevin,
dark.
so I do that with my DVDs and video games. I have a big shelf, and they're all on there, and that is really nice. It makes it nice and easy to pull.
I mean, so
But
are you?
it was hard when I was
random
there.
assortment of stuff.
Mixed up with stuff. I mean, your
Yeah.
tubs are just tubs. There's no rhyme or reason to why that tub is that tub.
Yeah, but they like it. They're like partying. All this inventory is
Ah,
like, oh, hey,
gosh.
look, it's a plush.
Yeah,
oh,
terrible.
hey, glassware.
All
they're
my
like hanging
Tupperware's in
out.
a
Cross-contamination,
tub. Doesn't that make
yes.
sense? You know,
Yeah.
you put all your Tupperware in this tub. You put all your shoes in this tub. That seems to make sense to me.
I do the. I
Do you
do.
see how
I
he
do.
belittles us, guys?
I'm not.
You
I'm,
see this?
I'm wanting the people to tell me what they have, what they
I
do.
do.
Okay, the people. What
I
do you do?
I do FIFO, first in, first out. That's my inventory system. First in, first
What?
out.
Explain that to
That's,
the listener.
I do that
put
with
stuff-
clothes, Carrie.
Yeah, I just throw it in a tote, and then when it's full, I fill up another tote of clothing, and then I separate the different types of items. So toys
see-
are in one tote.
You're not pulling your orders, though, right? Like
That's
you
true.
have someone doing that for you.
Oh,
And so, do you know how long does it take them to pull a typical order?
They're actually way better than me. It makes me feel
Okay.
bad.
See, a
they
lot
can
of people-
ship everything in like an hour, and sometimes I had like
Oh,
30
I
some
know.
things. The
My
other day.
wife ships so much faster than me. I think it's because I'm I'm not actually shipping. I'm texting Dave or something.
Yeah.
Scratching your butt.
Something. But I think, and I don't know what people do. I see a lot of people do clothing and they pack it and they put it in plastic and they put it in their totes. I just have racks of clothes and I put, jackets here, T-shirts here, whatever. And then in each rack, it goes left or right. Newest item is on the left, oldest item's on the right.
Okay.
I like that. I do a lot.
I hardly ever list clothes, but I don't put them in a bin. If I have clothes that I list, they go in this closet up here hanging. So I do at least do that.
I'm at the point where 1/3 of my sales is clothing now, and I did no clothing 3 or 4 months ago.
You think that's because the bins?
Any. It's
Was
the
that
bins.
the secret you unveiled at the bin?
The secret of the bins is replace $1 card with $10 clothing. That's the secret.
That is the secret of being successful as a reseller. Well, I mean, I sold a thing I didn't think I'd ever sell. It was a Kodak carousel slide thingy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, those
You know, like they sell those replacement.
Yeah.
They're not worth anything. They're not worth anything,
Okay,
right?
I thought you meant the actual carousel.
The actual projector sold. Yes, that is correct. That is what sold.
Yeah.
But I just didn't think it would ever sell because no one ever seems to be able to sell the cartridges. But apparently the cartridges suck, but the actual projector's good, right? Is that how it works?
It depends on which projector. There are some that suck, but there are some
It's
that
a
are
Kodak 600. It sold for $75. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, I have one. I got to list it. It's in the supply hut. It's used as decoration right now, so
okay.
I got to list it.
I did do the Kevin. Carrie, I wanted to say first, I remember I got those mag lights when we were in Los Angeles together where you got that really expensive Rottweiler tree.
Yep, I remember.
I did sell one of those packs for $50. So,
Wow.
that I paid $5 for. The other one I kept, but
And you could
one.
find all these things?
Yeah.
These were all in the bins that they were labeled as, yes. So that's, the bins usually work well. You'll notice both times I screwed up was when I didn't use a bin. It's when I just labeled it randomly
I've got to get
Highway
my
127.
brain around this. So if you're listing hats, you have hats in 17 different bins?
Yes.
That just makes no sense to me. I'm sorry.
Why
It
not?
makes zero sense.
How's it any
Why
different?
wouldn't you just put all your hats in the same bin and then if
I put
sells,
all my
you go
hats
to the
on a
hat
shelf
bin.
together. Yeah.
Because
I have 3 bins
I
of
am not
hats
an
now.
organized person. I just told you I lost 2 items, Kevin. Who do you think you're talking to?
Have you
Stop
watched-
expecting me
Not
to be
to
something
mention,
I am not.
Dave, not to mention is the time it takes to put a SKU in.
But people really
hundreds of
enjoy
listings.
watching me not be able to find things,
all right.
fail.
I just think
Okay.
they don't. At this point, they don't even care if you talk about reselling. Really, you can just go.
I know.
in
I
there.
did a video. Where I
Reselling
did
it.
almost no reselling at all. I just was on a road trip. I was in an airplane. I was doing that sort of stuff. I was basically vlogging. And someone comments. There was one comment that kind of made me chuckle. They said, "Too much talking. I'm not watching you anymore." And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to
have
do?
they
Just look
watched-
at the camera?
Have they watched
Too much
any
talking.
of your videos? That's what you do.
That's what I do. Is I talk.
That's the secret of an NC Flipper video.
Did you see that
A
hate
rural
comment I
squirrel.
got?
Did you see a rural squirrel? She
What
got
did
the
she-
same
what
comment.
happened?
There's too much talking on this. And then she tagged me in it on Instagram like I talk
That's because
too
Kevin
much.
is the ultimate talker.
I
is
can
true.
talk.
Did you see
Have
that
you-
comment I got, Carrie, on Facebook? I texted it to you. Yeah, it was really high quality.
I forgot, but yeah, I'm sure I remember.
It was today. I don't know. Maybe you're the 80-year-old dude.
Yeah. Well, when did you send it to me? When?
Today, Sean Silas. I like to give him
Oh,
credit.
yeah.
Robbing old people. Your dead dad is ashamed. I bet.
Your dad is
Bet
alive.
he was a Kevin. Is that next word a bad word? I'm not familiar with that ch word.
Say
Bet he
again.
was-
I'm sorry. I was listening to
That
reseller.
word he called my
Yeah,
dad.
I wouldn't say that.
Is that a bad
yeah,
word?
Yeah.
It is. I don't know that
I
word.
Don't say that
Okay.
one.
So I
And
think
the
Bet
other
he
one
was
you
a
can't-
blank as well.
it was not. He didn't spell it right. Take the first letter off, and I think that's what he meant.
No, I think that.
Oh,
Oh,
is
you
it
think it was
something
I
that?
think
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
And then the
it's
other
something
one
else.
you-
maybe
the other one
Spanish.
you-
Ask Art.
Oh, I just looked it up. That's a horrible
Oh,
word. What a
jeez.
meanie. And you know what the worst thing is? I mean, or maybe this is the best thing. I don't know. My dad's not even dead. So I don't
I
like
thought
what a
that's
weird
your
attack.
response
Your
was
dead
gonna
dad
be.
would be ashamed.
My dead dad's gonna come kick your butt.
I tried to write him back, but it wouldn't let me because he was already banned by the time I tried to write him back. So he must have been attacking a lot of people, I guess.
Yeah, people.
Do you think people
sometimes-
do that? They just literally
they're
make
bored.
accounts to go attack people?
Oh my gosh! Of course.
Sure, it
Of
happens.
course.
Time for this stuff.
My wife
Kids.
makes accounts
I
to
think it's
attack me
kids.
all the time.
Okay, really? She's making fake accounts like You think you're so hot, Kevin, but you're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why don't you put a few more holes in your jeans, old man?
She showed me a picture, baby. Who was that you showed me a picture of? Oh, it was a YouTuber. It was yeah, they probably won't know it, but you never know. Dave watches YouTube. It was FGTV, huge YouTuber for kids, right? And he's got my exact same jeans on. She's like, look,
Really?
he's going
Is
through
he...
midlife crisis as well.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of him, but I got sent a video of Coco Melon. Have you ever watched Coco Melon?
I haven't watched Coco Melon.
So Coco Melon is like for toddlers, right?
Yeah, but
and it's they have a song called the Garage Sale Song, and it's a 32-minute song about how fun it is to sell your toys at garage sales.
I actually
have to use that on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you say, Carrie?
No, I've heard it before.
You've heard the Coco Melon?
Yeah, it's quite a few different songs. They're very catchy.
Okay.
Get in your
I had somebody.
a worm.
Froggy did. You guys, I didn't know either of you back then. I need to do a part 3 too. You might be a reseller.
I watched those.
But Froggy did a part in one of those where his kids were playing garage sale like it was a game. It was make a pile. It's funny. You should go back and watch this.
Yeah, usually Froggy hires people to set up the garage sales that he goes to. So this kind of cute to have the kids do it.
I had a comment on today's Commonwealth Picker video, which because of playoff football hasn't done very well. But it was, can you make $50 an hour at a garage sale? And I went and I bought stuff, and then I ran the numbers and all that stuff. And then some guy comments, you only make the videos to make money on the videos. You don't really resell, kind of thing. And he's like,
so he's
like, you make 6 to 9 cents. Yeah, 6 to 9 cents. Every person who watches these videos, and I'm just like, daggone, I wish I made 9 cents per video.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money, Dave. A lot.
Times, let's see, what do you get, 20K views, 40K views?
Yeah.
40K views, $2,800 a video. Ooh,
yeah, wow. Sign me up.
If you did 15 videos a month, you'd be making 42 grand a month. That's pretty cool.
But what's funny about in the video, I actually said that, and I said, well, I can't remember. I might be conflating two different comments, but I said that on the video. I'm like, people think it's a joke, that you don't actually make this money and you lie about it. But you can make $50 an hour going to garage sales. Easy. Like in your sleep, easy. And so I calculated it all out, added in the shipping and the listing and the pictures and all of it, and we were at $100. Now there's other stuff that goes along with it, but it's certainly possible.
Yeah.
Especially if you bring Don.
While you were telling that story, I actually created a Commonwealth Picker fan page on TikTok, and I have 30K followers. So
it's doing better than me. I can't get any. I've been at like 49.9 for months. I can't get to 50. If I get to 50, I might just quit.
What's crazy to me is I'm constantly making stuff that does well on TikTok, but I just don't get any followers from it. Yeah. That's the weird thing about TikTok nowadays is
my stuff
I don't know, I guess just the rush is over, right? You get 750,000 views and you get 400 new followers.
Although there's a lot of people putting it, some folks who watch us, Frizzy Finds and Resell to Rome have been putting out lots of TikToks. Matter of fact, Carrie, I think you just followed Frizzy Finds because they posted that. Met them down there.
Met Frizzy Finds.
Yeah, twice. They're at Uncle Mark's garage sale too.
Mm-hmm.
Any rate, they're putting out good content. So is Resell to Rome. I don't think they're getting the traction and the followers that used to, come.
Yeah.
Nick, what is with the mannequin? Nick, what is with the mannequin at the beginning of every TikTok? It's did it work once and you're just doing it every time now?
He's kind of going spicy. He's kind of doing spicy TikToks.
He stole from me. Which I stole from somebody else, apparently. Apparently, I stole something from Daily Refinement, which I wasn't aware of, but whatever.
All I know is all reselling ideas started at Rally Roots, and people have stolen from there on out. That's what I think happened.
Good job vindicating that. What did the guy say?
I did. Yeah, I'm going to stand by Ryan on that one.
Hey,
which means they really started with Rake-It, because he was the mastermind behind it. Forget it.
Can I ask you something, Carrie?
He's a millionaire. He doesn't have time to worry about that anymore, guys. Yes.
Who do you think you are?
Well, I think I'm a kind.
What gives you the right
to
go on my Patreon and start subscribing to Daily Refinement?
Wait, was that on
with my money?
What? I did it
Yes,
with your...
dude, I am now subscribed to Daily Refinement by your choice.
I put in my card, though.
What is this? How do
You're
y'all
paying $5
share
for
the
another
same-
podcast when you're creating
No.
the world's best podcast.
I didn't know I signed up through yours because I used to be signed up, and I'm like, I want something to listen to. Why I list?
So
'cause
are
I
you
still
sharing
do
bank
that.
accounts now? And just
Yeah.
like this
Well,
reminds me
no.
of
For him to
Ray's
get into
comment.
the Patreon, I had to give him my login, and he goes into my
I didn't know
login,
I was
uses
in
my
yours.
credit card,
No, I didn't.
bought $4,000 of Bitcoin.
I did not use your. I
mean,
put
it's
my credit card
insane.
in, dude. How did you look? Why don't you listen to it? Do I really?
Hey, yeah, I guess I can listen to it now
Did
for
I really
free. Haha,
use- did
take
I-
that, Daily Refinement.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
you did. I'm now a subscriber. So thank you
This
for
will
that.
just be proof out there. And this is Ray Nashville Flippers comment on the last video. Dave and Carrie's bromance is amazing. Kevin's just jelly.
You know,
So true.
the thing with
We
Carrie.
all love you.
Let's talk about. I've got a
We all
laundry
love
list
you.
of problems with Carrie.
What have I
See,
done
we're
wrong now?
entering the second stage of this bromance.
This is
There
where
comes
we
with-
start to drift apart.
This is the year
I
and
think
7
we
month
have to
itch.
drift apart at this point because otherwise, how are we going to have the big reunion, like
That
the big
is
moment?
true. We need that. We need
Like
that
we almost
thing.
have to fight.
We need to
And
get.
so
a-
I'm trying to
we
think of
need-
things to fight
yeah,
about.
we need the moment where we're running to the airports, which I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
I'll drive. But you
I'm
can-
waiting
in a
for
little
that.
golf cart, like in the
waiting.
airport. You're in a golf cart, and I'm running towards. Sorry, what's
Exactly.
that
I'm
again?
waiting for the Flip the World Rally Roots and Harry Tornado. They're gonna have a powwow. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Dude, there's a good new reselling podcast, Kevin. Have you heard of the Flippin' Fantastic podcast?
good. I have not.
This is a good show. I do like it. There's only one problem. Maureen, I think. I know it's
Maureen.
Mo, but I think her full name is Maureen.
Flippin' fantastic.
Needs a better microphone. So I think you'll be listening, Mo. I just can't. I can't do it with your microphone.
Well-
I'm such an audio snob, though. So
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
you know. Honestly, I think Kevin's iPhone mic sounds better than what you're using, which is like a gaming headset. I don't know. It's just not very good.
What is
but other
it?
than that, the show was really good.
Flippin'
Flippin' Fantastic Podcast
Fantastic.
with Mo and Alicia. And it's Inked Picker
Oh,
and
okay.
Mo from the
Oh.
Patreon.
Oh, very
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
awesome.
So they've got a new show, and it's
There,
pretty good.
I just
listened to it. I liked
subscribed.
it.
Is it better than Reseller Clickbait Podcast? Because if it's not better,
It's better than, I'd say it's better than Let's Do Lunch. Not quite at Reseller Clickbait level.
I feel like I feel like I just don't understand reseller clickbait. It's not that it's not like I just don't get it yet. I will
It's a
get it.
good
And then
show.
it's, yeah.
See, okay, so listen, I'm going to give some honest
Hey.
feedback, because I know the guys listen to this show. Their show is good, but it's like, it kind of relies on you to absolutely love those dudes, right? That you have to really like them, which I do. So I listen to the show because I love hearing what's going on in their life.
and he's
what
absolutely
Ken's up to.
crushing the weight loss group, by the way.
Yeah,
he is.
FYI.
and so I do like the show, but I don't know. It's it needs a third person. If you want my honest opinion, Jimmy, you need a third for that show. You
exactly.
absolutely need a third.
Once we became a
You need-
throuple, we really took
It
off.
made a big difference. Yeah, and I think of like Let's Do Lunch. It's 3 people. I really think your show needs one more person, and that person has to be like super like upbeat, loud, and aggressive, and willing to like stop Ken from whatever boring
Yeah,
story he may be telling.
Exactly. You got to stop that really, really quickly
That's
before
true.
people drift
Cut
off.
off Ken. That's the key.
Cut off Ken is
See,
there? No, Ken is
that's
good,
why
but
this show works.
Ken needs to be cut off more
'Cause
often.
Dave
that's
is
all.
here to cut my stories off.
And Jimmy's too polite. It is
Yeah.
the other thing. So I think you need a third, like an aggressive kind of d-bag like
Tim.
me.
That's the
that
thing.
like people get annoyed.
The second
Tim
you
over the
see,
years
like
would
with
be good.
Kevin, the second you see
Oh,
the
that'd be really
glimmer,
good.
the glimmer in Kevin's eyes when he thinks he's telling an amazing story, that's when you have to cut him off because he will go on
I've got some
for a
good
while.
stories.
Kevin loves him some Kevin. Let me tell you guys.
They talked about Kevin in that podcast, and they were talking about how like he's such a typical history teacher with all his little collectibles on display that are all historical
Yep.
in his flipping videos and stuff like that. Because I guess Mo was a teacher, and she was saying that in her classroom, she was a science teacher. It was always just a huge
So
mess.
I'm doing
but all the
a-
history teachers are nerds like Kevin.
I'm doing a new series here. I'm not going to expose the whole thing, but one component of it is going to be a little bit of history in it, and I think I can get
Oh,
away with it
gosh.
because
I'm pretty sure
I'm-
Ray's going to do that before you get a chance. But go ahead.
I'm
Ray
balancing
already did it.
out
I'm watching it now.
because my wife's going to come in and do a funny segment. I'm going to do the history segment, and then it's going to have reseller stuff. And it's pretty. I think it'll work.
So is it in a Flipper video? Is that the plan?
I can't decide whether to do these videos on Flipper or on Garage Sale Nation. They're going to be educational-ish, fun,
Okay.
top 10 type stuff. You know what to look for. You know, like Auction Professor has done and Cat Nurse Flipper's done a little bit. So I'm going to do those, and I'm going to use them when I'm out on the road. And I can't. What do you think? Should I put them on? My Flipper channel, or should I put them on my Garage Sale Nation channel?
I would probably put them on Garage Sale Nation.
You think so?
If you wanted,
even if it's like missing episodes in Flipper,
I'd put them on Commonwealth Auctions personally if I were.
I would probably put them on your Feet Finder. Yeah. And that's just me. Like,
exactly. Only fans
you have
this
nice feet.
platform.
like look at the flat lay video that Resale Rome stole my idea and put it in the TikTok. But
already,
immediately as soon as he saw it,
I feel like you stole.
Let
Let me defend Dixon Pickens, one of my favorite YouTube channels. I feel like you stole it from him. Because Marcus
I might
has
have.
been doing that forever.
I was told I stole it from. Well, there's all kinds of people that have flat lays, but this particular idea, right? But supposedly, this particular idea that I had was from Daily Refinement.
Yeah, that would. Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. Maybe.
So have
Daily
you guys
Refinement
ever
bought it from Rally Roots. That's where it all begins. Yes.
Did you notice Rockstar Flipper posted a picture with Rally Roots this week? Like, they were together. So I feel like we're just one step away from getting him on our show.
I feel like it. Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like
I do need another break.
I didn't look close enough, but was his BMW like off in the distance? Because I'm not.
He drove a bike.
I think it's there. I think it's there. Have you guys heard of Mr. Blobby?
I really do need a break. I think you should get.
You're not working hard enough. Let's be real.
No.
You're slacking.
I'm okay.
I can't find it. There was some news that I saw that there's this Mr. Blobby costume, but I've never heard of Mr. Blobby. And it was like, I don't know either. It's overall, I don't know. If you guys know Mr. Blobby, comment down below. It's a TV show from the 90s. And someone sold the costume on eBay and got like 17,000 pounds. I think it might have been a UK thing. So our UK listeners might know about this.
Is that how much the costume weighed?
That's how much it's sold for.
There is
Carrie, they've got pounds in Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, well, in London. In London town.
I thought it was, yeah. Because they're, Brexit or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they've had pounds for a long time.
Yeah, euros and stuff.
You know nothing. Okay, Kevin. So, with this flat lay video, is it just you laying flat for the whole video? Like planking?
Well, planking 10 years too.
Kevin's doing planking content.
And it was tough because I'm like, I know this will do good on Flipper. I know it's going to get views. But this, on a channel that doesn't have a lot of content like this, sometimes the algorithm sees something different and it hits where it wouldn't necessarily hit on Flipper. And so I put it on the Garage Sale Nation channel and it hit for the Garage Sale Nation channel.
Okay.
So it's brought, like 200 subs.
You should do the Harlem Shake in one of your videos. That might, that might work.
Yeah. Or
that's that's not really his generation,
truffle
Carrie. Could
shuffle.
you think of an older
truffle
dance?
shuffle, there you go.
The truffle shuffle would be good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you got any cardboard that you could spin around on, Kevin?
Yeah, a little breakdance action.
Electric
so that reminds me of.
What does it remind you of, Kevin?
The comment somebody left about, I don't know why it reminded me of it, but it said a fanny pack. This is David Edwards, 4875. A fanny pack, who has a very strange looking avatar there, or picture, I don't know what you call it. A fanny pack would definitely look less dorky than the giant black Ninja Turtle backpack. LOL.
That old joke. Listen, I want to tell you a couple things.
Giant backpack. There's no doubt about that.
First of all, the
compensating is what I think personally.
The backpack is actually significantly smaller than it used to be, which is interesting because I have a new backpack. It's much smaller. Carrie shamed me into buying a whole new GoPro backpack, but I'm wearing the thing, and people see it and they still say it's enormous, although it's half the size of the old backpack. So at this point, Carrie, you've so ingrained it in people's brains that they just
people think Kevin's 72. He's not, but they think it, and I'm happy.
He's 71.
Exactly.
He's 71. So I went to my first gymnastics meet, Kevin.
Did you do well?
I tried to warn you.
Really thrilling. Oh, my Lanta. It's, Carrie, they give 13 awards, okay,
to 8
each
kids.
Group. Yeah, it's to 8 kids. It's okay, so the senior B class, which was 8 kids, first they have to do their floor, metal. They have to do their beam metal. All these metals, and so like all of them end up getting 5 medals. It's insane. I don't understand it, Kevin.
It's way different. Back in Kevin's day, you would get picked on somebody forever, and then you'd finally go to the karate meet, and then you would fight, and then they'd injure your leg, and you'd still find a way to pull it out. Back in Kevin's day, and nobody got an award back then.
Nobody.
Yeah.
No, I got a trophy for finishing second one time, and I was like, "What?"
Does Reagan? How many does Reagan have? How many like medals? Because she's been doing this a long time.
Pulling down the wall in her room.
Like more than 50, probably.
I had to get somebody. Oh yeah. Oh, double.
Well, this was Anna's first. She didn't get any golds. She was a little upset, but she got a silver and then a bunch of, lower places.
So is there like several competitions within one meet then that you're in?
Yes, there's 5 that you can win.
You probably
there's
said
all
that.
around floor beams. She got second in the
I've got
bars or whatever.
Do they have like the rings? That's intense.
No, that's men.
Okay.
So Dave, I'll just tell you right now to hold on to all that stuff, the leotards and stuff, because I've sold leotards this week that Reagan used to wear.
They're expensive.
I know.
They're really expensive. Like they were selling them at the meet for like $120 or something like that. Like that's a good reselling gig. Probably buying them on Amazon and then selling them at the meets.
Well, actually, my wife used to do it, and I don't know what it was from. There's some website that they'd put them on sale like once a year, and she'd buy a bunch of them up and then resell them throughout the year and make some money, and then pay for the ones, of course, that Reagan got because they're a little pricey.
I've been cross-listing. On Mercari, and I got to be honest, I am still...
You used my list perfectly, Link, and everyone else
I did use Carrie's list perfectly, Link, to give him a little credit. I was going to do Kevin, but he has so much money. I was like,
he's constantly bragging about how much passive income he gets.
He's like, dude, I got so many referrals to list perfectly, like $4,000 a day.
List perfectly. Oh my god,
$4,000 a day, man. Almost as much as what I make on my YouTube videos.
Ow, I had a cramp. But no,
seriously, Rockstar Flipper would fit in perfectly good with both of you.
He would.
It would be good.
I don't like any of these cross-listing apps. I mean, even Flip, I don't like. It's free, that's fine. But I hate them all
I
because
take it you're not pimping a link here.
I'm not pimping a link. I guess I could try to get a link and tell you not to use it. I mean, maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But I just hate it, Carrie. Like, I want all my eBay listings. I want to press a button, and I want them all to be on Mercari. I don't want to open 4,000 tabs on my computer and have to go edit details of each item and hit list. It's a pain in my butt. I don't have time.
And let me tell you, there is a website that does that.
Okay, what is it?
Tell us more.
Bonanza.
If you buy a sticker. Yeah, Bonanza. Okay, cool. But no one shops at Bonanza.
Exactly.
So there's like 7
that's not my
customers.
Point. My point is it's possible.
It is. So literally I just go on there. I have to pay money though, right?
I'm pretty sure 90% of the people that buy stuff on Bananas were going to like bananas.com. Or I meant Bonanza. I messed up my joke is what happened.
You totally failed at that joke. Are you eating a lot of bananas on your diet?
I had somebody buy something from me the other day, and they're like, I just wanted to thank you for... They bought like a $130 purse or something. And they're like, I just want to thank you. I made a sale on Bonanza. I'm like, you couldn't possibly have sold something for $130 on Bonanza. But...
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, she probably was only giving you 10%. She probably sold something for like $1,300, you know?
Hey, I had a $906 sale. You want to know what it is?
What?
Yeah.
Pokemon cards. Did you see that I did the auction?
Oh, you tricked your viewers. I got you. Into a bidding
was that the charity one, and the charity was you? Like
no, that was a Foundation? 50-50 split with me and the guy that gave it to me, but an old buddy of mine. I was like, I should have done
that. I should have done that. I put them on Whatnot, and I sold a lot of them for too little. I still have a bunch of 90s cards left that I could probably make some money on if I actually did an auction.
There's a ton of stuff, different stuff, and I put them out there. I'm like, here, I don't know. I did a video of it, and I put it on the Old Commonwealth Auctions channel, Carrie, Garage Sale Nation, and so let people look at everything that was in there. And it went for $906.
I have a new goal, Carrie, and we should see who can do it first. I want to make another YouTube channel that's like so ancillary to this niche. Like it's in this niche, but it's so ridiculous that it shouldn't succeed, like Commonwealth Auctions, and like actually make it succeed. Like something that's stupid and crazy.
I think
Commonwealth Auctions.
think somebody needs.
That channel has 10,000.
That channel died until you change it to something less stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Before it was Commonwealth
why I did
auctions.
that?
Never once talked about an auction on that channel. Once. I don't even know what auctions.
I
meant.
think in the
not
first
true.
video he did. I think in the
That's
first
not
video he
true.
did.
That's not true. Well, I did in the first video. I'm glad to see you go way back and come with bigger lore here.
I
is
do,
good.
dude. I've
This
been
is
watching
good.
you and stealing your stuff
Stealing
for a while.
for years.
I feel like there's room.
Speaking of stealing, that channel came out of two different places. Not that you care. It came out of Mr. Buys a Lot, and it came out of Lonnie Shed Flips. It came out
Like
of both
they,
of them
they
because
like out their butts, or like what do you
he
mean?
had
It
a
came out of them?
channel where he would post his videos to his auctions.
I remember that.
And after it got monetized, he's like, look, these old videos make money of these auction videos that he was just posting on eBay. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to do it. It'll help the auctions go up. It'll be kind of evergreen content if you put the right title in it. I'm like, and so I have a bunch of those.
This is
on that
about
channel.
when we would typically cut him off and talk
Well,
a
I
little bit
zoned
about
out a couple minutes ago.
And then
Yeah.
and then the whole era of
Archie
online
Biscuit Butt
auctions,
is one of our
YouTube
Patreons.
auctions hit
Oh,
before
yeah.
whatnot. Oh, my
Kevin, you need to shout out our top patrons. They said they feel sad that you've never shouted them out, and like they want to know if you're mad at them. I don't know if you knew that. They're all very curious why you hate them.
I think we hurt his feelings.
Is he gone?
I
Well,
love
don't even-
all of them. I go into not the Patreon. You got to go through the Patreon to get to the Discord. I'm old. It's hard for me to put all
do
this
all
stuff
these
together.
things. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I go in there and I talk to folks. I like them so much that I didn't want there to be a Patreon. See, and so it was my objection to it. And
you
Dave
just
just
wanted
does
the
it
cash
anyway.
directly sent to you and not
It's,
even cut Patreon
makes
in.
sense.
We're trying to help
That's
people,
right.
Kevin.
Well, our top contributors are Tanya Arnold, Side
right.
Hustle
Who
Preacher,
Biscuit Butt. There.
Biscuit Butt, yep.
Archie.
Yeah.
Brian,
All right.
Big and Fun,
Brian. Oh, and
Big
he
and
got
fun,
mad
yes.
because he didn't put it at the beginning of the video last time.
ABC
well,
Matt,
we're
Sales by
close
Tony.
this
I
time.
forget. Parker County Picker, and Carrie, what's the one I never say?
Raise hell resale.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we try to do it at the beginning, but then we forget because, like Kevin said, we're elderly.
Look,
We're
this is
almost.
close
I,
enough
was,
to the
Hell
I am
resale.
so
Those
close
are
to
those
40
40 what?
years old?
years old.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
right
Heavier
there,
bit.
Carrie. We're right
No,
there.
I'm
We're
even
gonna be
closer.
40.
I'm even closer, dude. I've got 10 months left.
I want to know something from anyone who's 50.
Still
Okay, so
and wily.
listen, direct conversation with our 50 plus viewers. Right now, I feel like being 40 something, that's not that old. And when I was about to turn 30, I was like, being 30 something, that's not that old. Is it going to happen again when I'm like late 40s where I say, oh, 50 something's not that bad?
I think
Is
so.
that what's going to happen? Like I'm just going to keep thinking I'm not old and then just die one day,
You're
like when I'm 90?
When you're like 80, you're going to be like, at least I'm not 90.
See, now that's the thing. Is your mind is youthful. You know, your mind just doesn't age like. Now when your body starts to hurt, then it might
Yeah.
start tricking your mind. But
I gotcha. Yeah, it's just a weird phenomenon because I used to we called a guy at college old man. He was 25, and we called him old man. And like I never forget like that how ridiculous that was that we called him old man when he's just a pup, who's a spring chicken, as it were.
I know.
We've got 2 new reviews on iTunes, guys.
Yes,
2 new
I love
reviews.
reviews.
Okay, 5-star review from Kimber Cruz. Okay, thank you, Kimber. We appreciate all of our 5-star reviews.
And
You guys are
nothing
fun,
less.
and you guys are fun and throw information in there. I listen to your YouTube channels as well and love it. As a part-time reseller who would one day love to be a full-time reseller, I find you guys very encouraging because I share the same struggles. Hope you guys have a blessed new year with no trolls. Well, the troll thing didn't happen since I got like 3 horrible comments today, but everything else, is right. Is
I
right
think
on.
I think we're encouraging. If Kevin can be successful, if I can be successful somehow, then you can too.
Hey, I have a question. Okay, and this is for Kevin and not really Carrie because he never succeeded at having a job. But
Yes, I'm gonna mute myself now.
And this isn't just for me. This is for the listeners in the same position, right? She just said, "I hope to one day be full time." When is that day? Like, how do you know that you're able to switch over to full time and quit
when you
your
make
job?
9 cents a view on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, forget about content creation. I'm talking about reselling exclusively. Like you're a
when you
reseller.
to me, it's simple. You just simply do the math. What does it take to pay all your bills, put a little bit aside for some fun, pay insurance, and have, full retirement?
Yeah.
That's when you know it's full time. I mean, it's math.
Well,
it's
okay,
different for everybody.
But hold on.
Right?
Well, this is
What?
where it gets tricky, though. Because let's say, and maybe this is risky thinking, and I'm sure it's not wise, but you feel like, oh, if I was to leave my day job, I'd have a lot more time and I could get to that point where I was making enough.
Right.
But you're not there yet. Do you have to be all the way there? Or
No,
can you,
I wasn't there.
You know?
I wasn't there when I did it. But you know what? You can't be done. You can't not look into the future and see trajectory of where things are going. And so you got to, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't quit too late, to me, because then you've missed your window. There's only so many windows and doors worth going through. Yeah. I will say this, that I think it depends on the person and the skills that person has to re-enter the workforce if need be. I knew this from the get-go. It was no brainer to me. I started teaching when I was like 22. I mean, I was going to fully retire at 52, 30 years of teaching, right? So I'm like, I can do this, and if it doesn't work, I'll go back in a few years, and I'll retire at 55. Who cares, right? Yeah. But I knew, and I still can walk in. I could walk into a school around here today and say, hey, you got a job? And they would hire. Yeah. Because ain't nobody want that job. Right?
Until they do the background check, yes.
Yeah.
Then they'd have to.
But if you have skills, I would say whoever this person is, if you have skills that you can be reemployed if you need to be, then take the chance. Take the chance. Don't be foolish, but and don't do it like this. You should ramp up your sales. See if you can put all of that money aside for like say 6 months without even touching it. And see how you can do.
There's a lot of different situations. When I first went full time, I was single. I didn't have very many bills, and then other times, you have like Dave has a family, so that's a lot different of a situation to be in.
I'd also say this, and I can't remember who I heard say this. I think it was a lot of Josh. If y'all remember Josh, nice guy. He said, if you take that time that you were working, you're not going to work an extra 40 hours. You're not. He's like, you think you are, but your productivity level will go down. And he was 100% right. Because there was no second during the day when I was teaching and coaching and doing, a YouTube video every day and reselling. There wasn't a second a day that I wasted. And it was a mindset. But once I quit, I'm like, I can relax for, an hour a day or whatever.
Yeah. No, and I guess you're right. Like, I do sometimes think about if I didn't have a day job, and when I think about it, I'm always like, well, if I didn't have a day job, instead of like waking up at 7:30 or 8 and going to my day job, I would start listing, and then I would do editing and footage, and I'd be done by like 5, and then I'd spend time with my family.
I think that's kind of probably fairly true of you, Dave. You're very driven, and I'm driven and disciplined as well. But I started I woke up at 6 for 20 years, 5:45 for 20 years. I don't wake up at 6. I don't wake up at 7. I am almost never up before 8.
Okay. That's still pretty early. I have a hard time sleeping
right, but
much
there's
past
2
7.
hours more, right? I mean, So
I'm not worried about that part. Like, I can't. My mom used to wake me up every day at 4 a.m. so we could bake. Dude, I was watching a home video, and this home video is like 3 hours. My mom recorded this whole thing, and we like made cookies, we did arts and crafts, we did all this stuff. Like, it was like a 3-hour video. We're sitting down, it's on in the background. My wife's watching it, all that stuff, and then my mom's like, all right, time to go to school. The bus will be here soon. Tina's like, that was all before school? I'm like, dude, our life was insane. Like, we never stopped when I was growing up. It was insane.
That is crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Can I read this next
review? My mom didn't get up till I came home from school.
Oh, really?
What are you talking about? Okay. She's not a morning person, and really, I'm not. If I'd rather be
I'm
up.
Convinced
and I think
my mom
resellers. I'm curious how many people listen, because most people who listen to this, well, not most, a lot of them are full-time resellers. They work on totally different schedules. I mean, you can Carrie's. When do you do most of your work, Carrie?
I do most of my work in the evening, so like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I film my Flipper videos. I usually don't start filming my Flipper videos till 6:30 at night.
I've had conversations with you when it's like 11 o'clock here, Pacific Standard.
Oh, I stay up to.
You're like up at 2.
I'm up to.
Well, I record my Flipper videos at 6:30 as well, but that's out of necessity because I have a day job and then I record them after. So.
Right, but you wouldn't. I do it on. I mean, that's what I do. So I work and I
in the
edit
morning
all
if I
night.
could.
Most of my editing is between 11 o'clock at night and 2 in the morning. That's when I edit,
Oof.
and in the morning too.
I feel like most people when they start full time, they kind of overestimate how well it's going to go. It's an adjustment. It's not like it can't go as well as you anticipate, but it takes a lot of adjustment because you're naturally going to want to relax a little bit more, spend a little bit more time with your family, which is one of the benefits of being full time.
When I was teaching, I would list 2 items in the morning before I left for school. 2 items every morning. And then I would list like 2 at lunchtime. And then I would list like 2 right when school got out. And then I would list, 2 sometime later in the day when I went to bed or something. So I'd at least get like 8 listings in a day when I was teaching. And then when I started reselling, I would wake up and the first thing I would do is list 10 items. Before I'd have a cup of coffee and I wouldn't let myself do anything until I listed 10 items. And now I'm back to the old way because it was like psychological. Like I was afraid I have to make this, right? I've got to make this money. So you have that initial adrenaline. And once you know you're okay, then now I go back to I'll list 2 here, 4 here, 8 here, 1 here.
Well, I've still been doing that listing at the beginning of each Flipper video, and that's been really helping me. I don't know if you ever watched.
People are still watching your videos. I want to see your chart. Do they like go down and then come back, or if they
no? I'm really. I think one skill I have is like multitasking. Right, I can talk and tell a story and talk about the reselling business while I list without any real issue. And then if it is like a moment where I'm like having trouble comping, I just cut that part out. Right, and I just I hold up the item, say I'm going to list this, then I jump it at or cut it out. What's that?
You have a skill to do multiple things poorly at once.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what my wife says too. It's like it's a whole thing in this household. So. We got another review. Let me read the other review because this one is my favorite review we've got.
Talk a little bit about what's selling, but go ahead.
We just talked about selling for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard.
It was hard. It hurt my brain. You were saying so many words. Okay.
Dave is obsessed with what other people think about him.
Dave is my fave is the title.
See, there you go.
For Maya Page. Thank you, Maya Page. Love this podcast. Found it through NC Picker, which I found from TikTok. I've been listening since July. The best recent addition is 100% the Jelly Hands. That's their favorite part of the show, Carrie.
I love it too.
I love hearing about drama between resellers and laughing about the comedic tragedy that is Dave's life. Said with love, of course. Yes.
I'm curious. That's cool. We don't hear that path very often, right? Through TikTok and whatever. Yeah. I'm curious. I'd like to hear a lot of other people. How did you find this podcast? How many people came? I mean, talk about TikTok and Instagram. Carrie has a massive following on Instagram, y'all. I don't know if you know that. But
is it still growing? Mine's dead.
Mine's completely dead. I lost subs 2 days last week.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys, I think a lot of us experienced the bump in Instagram, some sort of bump in like August-ish. And then it just died out. There was a lot of people who, I think, like Retro Toy Envy, I think he went from like 50,000 to like over 100,000 in like a month or something. It was, I don't know. It ebbs and flows. I'm wondering if it'll happen again next year.
Art just had it last month or 2 months ago.
Art's blowing up right now. Art of Resells. If you guys aren't following my Las Vegas friend Art, you're missing
your
out.
Friend, though? You never hang out with him.
See, I'm proud of that.
I mean, yes, he's my friend, but yeah, he's
he also texted me that he hated you.
No,
I feel like I found Art. I feel like I found him. I don't know how I found him one day. I watched him like, dude, this dude is really, really good. He cusses way too much, but he is really, really
He's
good.
like you.
Hey, you know what we ought to do?
Off camera.
Oh, yeah? Oh, he's so, yeah, totally. What do you going to say, Carrie?
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, Art is like you when you're not on camera, like, cool and swears a lot.
A lot of swearing, yeah. A lot of swearing.
So I'm thinking if we're doing the Vegas thing, I think I'm going to go. I don't know if you've got that.
Nice.
But I think I'm going to make that commitment. I think we should get, because it's expensive to pay. It's not like out in Tennessee, where we can kind of, take a small bath and pay for everything. Vegas is expensive. So I'm thinking maybe we should hire Art's folks. Do you see him do those Instagram lives? His dad's cooking. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I have seen that.
I think they should be making the food. We ought to pay them. That looks. I haven't had. I've been in California in a while.
Can they provide me a calorie list? Like, I need to know how many calories.
Just eat the meat.
You
Don't eat the tortillas.
we might have to have like one cheat day, dude, and then we just can't eat the rest of the week.
Yeah, no, we need to do something in Vegas. I'm gonna actually talk to my boss tomorrow about buying my tickets, because it is like I have to go out there for business. I'm just staying a little extra time.
Buy my tickets or I'm gonna quit.
No, I have to buy my own. I have to buy my own tickets. You know, I don't know if that would go over that well, to be honest. I will say this: I was in North Carolina, and like my boss was there, and his boss was there, and his boss's boss was there, and we had a meeting. These are like
all from South Africa.
These guys are both from Italy. They're both from Italy. So South African guys, most of them have left the company and moved on to this space company where they're like making satellites for outer space, which is pretty cool.
Did they wear tank tops?
No, they weren't nearly as hot as Ryan. So, okay. But it's funny because, like, my boss's boss is there, and he starts telling his boss... Okay, so my boss... Let's start at the beginning. My boss kind of hates YouTube, hates YouTubers. He's very Hollywood. My job is involved with the Hollywood stuff, and, like, and they see YouTube as a threat.
That's a threat.
It's a threat to them. Yeah, so he hates YouTubers, YouTubing. He likes me, but he doesn't really like the YouTube world, right?
Yeah,
but his boss doesn't care as much, right? His boss wasn't raised in Hollywood as a grip. Like, he wasn't actually key gripping movies and stuff like that, right? So he's not as passionate about it. He's just a businessman. He used to work at Whirlpool. Like, you know, he could care less about the industry. He just wants the company to do well. And so anyways, we're sitting there, and he starts bragging about Dave's YouTube channel to his boss. My boss's boss to his boss is bragging about his YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. And he comes up to me and he's like, Dave, I love doing what you do. I love to resell. And I'm like, dude, I make like $700,000 a year. What are you talking about? He's like, I go to flea markets and yard sales in it. And my wife always yells at me and she's like, why are you wasting your money on stupid stuff to make $10? And he's like, it's not about the money. It's about the thrill of the hunt. And I just love it so much. And I thought that was so funny because, like, he doesn't need to resell at all. And he resells as a guy who's, like, insanely wealthy. And he's got, like, he's got, like, Jay Leno's car garage.
I did a private pick.
And he's reselling.
I did a private pick at a guy's house, Uncle Steve's acquaintance of Uncle Steve. I did a private pick. This guy's got more money than, I don't know. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, they, like, imported wood from California to build it. It's insane. Wow. And he would not give up on any. I mean, if I wanted it, he didn't want to sell it because he knew I knew it was worth money.
You were just telling him what to hold on to. Yeah,
that's exactly right. Exactly.
Kerry actually lives in a redwood from California. I don't know if you knew that. He actually lives in a tree.
Yeah, just
he's like a Keebler elf. He's like a Keebler, and he'll steal your cookies. You better watch out.
Exactly. I get a lot of gas fumes from the cars going.
So, you know, all those questions about knowing when to go full time, I think is, you know, all the lives. You know, Kerry and Don, you guys did one.
Oh yeah.
I think all of the interviews I've done in the cabin are with people who are full time. And since I wasn't full time, and I don't ever want to be, you know, tell people to go full time, because, you know, that's a big decision. I do those videos because I want to tell everybody's individual experience, where they came from and why they went full time and how it's working. And so every interview I've done, I think every single one. Yeah.
I think the key.
If you go to my interview playlist.
The key to going full time is simple, guys. The key to going full time is simple. It's being 27, 28, and being told at In-N-Out that you're not In-N-Out material.
Yeah,
that's a clue that maybe you should try a different path.
It's interesting that the kids coming out and doing it right off the bat, because we've talked about Cam and he's on Nashville Flipper Show right now. He helps me with a few things. They were always he's 22.
Yep.
22, graduated from college.
Yeah.
22, straight into reselling.
Yeah. People were mad in the comments that you were talking bad about college, Kevin.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, there's a couple people.
That's not true. I wasn't talking bad about college. Well, I mean, there's plenty to be talked bad about. That's my opinion. Look, I know kids. I taught the, like, elite, smartest kids around. And, you know, the Carries of the world, right? Get 3 degrees, but can't work a job, you know.
Thank you.
I taught those kids, and they go off to these schools that they're paying outrageous amounts of money. And I'm like, what are you majoring in? Education.
Oh.
You're paying how much to?
That's a bad degree.
To make $50,000 when you're. I mean, I don't understand it.
Well,
it's
they've got the intelligence, But like Carrie, they've got no discipline.
School if you're gonna do edge.
That's the thing. And here's the thing: nowadays, if you want to, like, say you're into art history or whatever, right? You can get that art history degree, and it would be a lot of fun because it's a very interesting thing to study. But if you were into it, you could be 18 and just start a YouTube channel, start a TikTok, start a blog, and just talk about it. Read books.
Yeah. Immerse yourself in it.
Well,
immerse yourself in that,
and
you can get just as much from it, if not more. You possibly.
Presenting is not easy. People have a skill set where they can present on YouTube and they can create content.
Totally agree, but that has nothing to do.
Not everyone can just grab a camera and become a YouTuber. That's a farce.
Totally agree. But the point still remains: if you could sell Rosetta Stone on eBay, I promise you could learn a language in 1/10 of the time and spend 1/100th of the money. I mean, how many people go take 4 years of a foreign language and can't speak it?
Yeah, I have a Spanish degree. I could have read 25 books I read for my Spanish degree and read,
without it,
literature books and gotten the same education. And
Duolingo is supposed to be a really good app that actually teaches you another language. I have a couple friends who have learned a whole language just using Duolingo. So, there's other ways to do it. Anyways, I mean, there's some value to it, but I totally get the argument against it as well.
No, you're going to be a doctor.
Yeah. But, I mean, something technical, an architect or something.
And I took history classes like crazy, in education classes. Let me tell you, when I learned history? The day before I had to teach it.
Really?
Right? Well, I don't mean all of it.
You mean like prep time?
For that next day. That's when you learn the history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the truth, because you don't, when you start to talk about it and do it and immerse yourself in it, that's when you learn it. I didn't learn that stuff in college. I mean, I learned some of it, obviously, but not much.
We forget, too. Like, we learned it in 5th grade, but it's like, that's why they did the Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader show, because, like, everyone has forgotten all these basic facts because you don't really need them in your everyday life, but they're interesting. Like, I really kind of am having a desire to learn a little bit more about history because I feel like I've pretty much forgotten everything I learned in school.
You should watch my new series.
Yeah,
I could, but maybe we'll do something entertaining. I don't know. We'll see.
Here's
maybe
the thing, like a lot of the stuff from that time you just don't use. Really. I've only dissected frogs a few times since high school.
Hey, speaking of Uncle Steve, I saw him and he was featured in a Flipper video and he told your darkest secret. Did you see this?
He was in one of your Flipper videos?
Yeah, I went out to dinner with him.
I wasn't even told about it.
Did he tell you he was going out to dinner with me?
He did tell me that.
Yeah. So
actually, he didn't tell me. He sent a picture or something.
I sent a picture of him next to a big fat skeleton.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
A fat skeleton. That's right.
Yeah.
Did he pay?
No, I paid.
He didn't pay for me. Oh, really?
I paid.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better.
I made him drive the 40 minutes. I figured I should pay.
He just showed me his weekly payout. It was like almost $1,500 this week.
Oh, on eBay?
Yeah.
You do weekly or daily payout?
I do weekly.
Why?
Why not?
Well, because you don't get it as fast.
Because you can judge it. Do you need it, Dave?
I do daily.
I do daily.
Do you need it daily?
Yeah.
Do I need it? No, but I just like seeing a little email that says eBay sent you $70, eBay sent you $40, eBay sent you $30.
I can't burn through the cash if I don't have it.
See, your bookkeeper has to do all the it's once a week, you don't pay the bookkeeper as much,
I don't even know. So I have a question about bookkeeping, because we have the same bookkeeper. Uh-huh. Do you go and look to see if they categorize things right, or are you like me and you never look for the whole year?
Dave, I hope she's not listening. I don't even know how much. I got tired of paying her. I'm like, I don't want to do. Isn't there any way you can?
I tried to get her to pay herself. Yeah.
Yeah. And she did.
Said no to me.
Figured it out. I don't. But really?
Yeah.
I did. I had to ask her 3 times. I'm like, I'm done. So just forget to pay her a few times, and then she'll take care of it.
Well, I do. I'm like 40 days late. It's not a lot of money, but it's just like you have to type in your bank account and your routing number each time. And
I'm not doing that.
And
she's like, but I just want to make sure so you don't come back later and whatever. I'm like, listen, if I got to come back later and I don't trust you, you're not gonna be my bookkeeper.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
Oh gosh, should we talk about tax time? Because it's like there, and I haven't even started.
Yeah, we can. If it's the 24th, there's you can hit go to my channel or go to my Linktree. Mark Not Your Dad CPA code Commonwealth for $50 off or something like that.
And if you want your own kind of bookkeeping software, My Reseller Genie is a great solution.
I have a link.
Check out my link.
I have a link for it.
Check out
American Arbitrage.
American Bubble Boy. .com.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
we need a sponsor. Everybody
Great
out there
bubble
listening,
wrap right
y'all figure out, find us a sponsor. 'Cause
Is it
we're
over
down to
yet? Are we done with
but
it
it's
yet?
it's within. Let's see. I started episode 14. I told Joel I would not do this crappy podcast unless I was sponsored, and so by I
Yeah.
think episode 17, we were sponsored. This is 67, so we've got like 2 left. American Bubble Boy. You lose those links while we got time down.
Well, dude, and Joel, if you're listening, I have another supplier for bubble wrap that I'm happy to talk about if you don't want to re-up. You know, I'm not threatening you, but I have another person that
Don't
is
do
providing
Joel
my
like that.
latest bubble
Don't do
wrap,
Joel
and
like
you know,
hey, we gotta have a guest like Joel on. That was good at FlipCon.
I
you know, we
found-
had a company
That's
that
good.
wants us to do an interview of their CEO, but I don't know. It seems kind of weird.
Is it Amazon? We don't know. We can't tell you.
You do know. I texted you it.
Is it Amazon?
It's not Amazon. Are you ever awake? Do you remember anything that happened? Like, I
Yes, I
imagine
know who
Carrie
it is.
wakes up. Carrie wakes up on Monday morning. He's like, I wonder what happened last week. He just doesn't like. He
here's
has no
the thing.
clue.
I know who it is. I know it starts with a Z, but we're not supposed to say it. So I'm playing a game
Zipple?
here.
No, it was
Yeah,
fun
it's
going
Zipple.
out with Uncle Steve though, and I've
I've been bugging him for a while.
his wife
to
was
quit
with him
his job.
too. You want him to
His
quit his job?
I do. He does. You know,
Well,
he
he
doesn't
said
make
he
a
was
crazy
almost-
amount of money.
He told me he was almost ready to retire, and then his 401k took a huge hit with the market in the last 2 years, and now he feels like he's not comfortable.
Now he's got to pay
doing
for
it.
eggs. Speaking of, can you sell eggs on eBay?
Yeah,
They're getting crazy. So
I've
my
sold
wife
I've
brought
sold my
home
eggs.
like your sperm you're a reseller. That'd be a good video. A bunch of Daves running around there with giant backpacks.
Oh, terrifying!
We
They'd
don't-
never
we don't need
accept me.
that.
I'm too short. Like no one wants any of this.
I want neurotic and I want 5'4".
She brings
my
home a
son's
bunch
5'9"
of hard-boiled
now.
eggs.
I know.
And she's like, the hard-boiled eggs are cheaper
growing up
than the
fast.
regular eggs.
Really?
You're not listening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you turn a hard-boiled egg into an omelet?
I don't know.
dedication.
Cat food. I can't get cat food. Y'all have cats, Dave? You have a hard time
I have a
getting cat food?
I don't know.
Can't get cat food.
Tina's my
I got
buyer.
a few cats. I got like
We
5
just
of
get
them.
cat food like we always have. I have a cat. Is
Carrie
it that
eats
bad?
cat food.
There's no cat food.
What do you mean
Oh,
there's no
there
cat
No,
food?
we've been to
Maybe in
the
Bedford. I don't even know if
Walmart
you
in
guys have a
town,
store.
Bedford, there's no cat food. Like the whole
That might-
row is out.
That
for
might be a
weeks.
Bedford thing, dude.
Do you have store? You going to the feed
Hey,
store,
I'm
right?
getting Carrie. I'm getting the boys
Al
for the
Ranch or
100 mile
whatever.
yard sale. Y'all should come out. It's in May 3rd, and I'm getting the boys a reseller information network. I'm getting them an Airbnb down in Bedford, Carrie. But this is not the murder Airbnb. This is
Okay.
like a legit one, and there's only one bathroom, but it's nice.
Oh,
Really
I was
nice.
fine. For the record,
You
I
can play
was fine.
swords.
I was fine in the murder Airbnb the first day until the second day when Dawn was telling me she was scared of getting murdered, and then I reminded her to put the chair up against the door the second night because I was then scared as well.
I want Dawn to carry around like a big pipe wrench and just, she can
she
win any
does.
battle. I don't know why she's scared
She
of
would
anything.
be a
Plumber pipe
good like
fitter.
wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah.
the plumber girl.
Yeah,
With
plumber
the pipe
girl,
wrench?
exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
I can
that's one
see
of my
that.
favorite eBay stores to shop at. Plumber Girl 3.
Plumber Girl 3. Oh yeah, you should
So,
go on there and buy some
Speaking of,
cards.
are
for
y'all
$1.
doing a lot of whatnot lately?
No,
Yes.
I haven't done whatnot in forever.
No. So
But Carrie
did you
doesn't.
see
I'm
Crazy
going up
Lunch
to
Ladies
3 a
doing
week.
whatnot? I watched a little of hers today
I heard
How'd
she
it go?
was
before the
having-
show. So many people in there, like 2,000 people in there.
Really?
Oh my gosh,
It was like 1,900, I think, when I jumped out.
that's
And I'm like,
absurd.
oh
That's
my
amazing.
gosh. And
Wow.
speaking
Hats
of
off to
stealing
her.
ideas, she has her own coffee now.
Really?
Not Bad Cat Coffee, Commonwealth Kitty Coffee,
got
but she's got
good.
some other
She's
coffee.
got good dog coffee.
Yeah, actually, it is about dogs. I don't know what it is, but
Does she have a
Like-
plush as well?
I don't know.
Well, I talked a little
Copying
bit. If you want to go into whatnot for a second, I talked a little bit on this in my latest episode. People are like legitimately blowing up on whatnot, like growing like wildfire, especially in the sports card category. Like I was looking last week at like
Nobody cares
backyard.
about sports cards.
Well, it's not so much about sports cards that makes it important, but just in general, there are a lot of people shopping on whatnot right now, and it's growing and growing. I'm not sure what it means for smaller sellers. I think there's a chance to get
Yeah.
some growth because everything is growing on whatnot.
It's interesting.
Right
It's everything's changing quickly, and all the celebrity sellers and whatever. And I'm gonna do one in May. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna right now. I'm
one a
Do you see
year.
how-
Whatnot
Do you see
reseller.
that? How he casually slipped himself in there with the celebrity resellers? He just slipped.
Yeah,
in.
that is true. All these celebrity resellers like
And I'm
myself.
doing one too.
Okay, whatever. So that's what you'd be characterized as, right? All the people that rip on Harry Tornado or whatever, that's, oh, you're only selling to, I don't know. I'm selling to viewers.
But look, there's people. I mean, I think we
25%
talked
of my
about this.
sales go to viewers. Period.
This, especially in the sports card category, is happening. They are selling 24/7, 7 days a week on some of these channels. If you really, really wanted to hustle, I think you wouldn't have to have that
Who's
much.
buying all this stuff, dude? Is there that much money out there that these people? I mean,
The-
do
the
they
thing
not
about
remember
sports-
the?
Yeah, the thing about sports cards is it's a tiny bit gambling, right? So there's always that idea and hope that you're going to find something that you can flip,
But-
whether you flip
but-
or not.
Just like gambling at a casino, the house gets their take. So not only do you have to beat the odds, you have to beat the take as well. It's terrible
Yeah.
gambling.
Well, yeah,
I tried it. I did horribly. I bought some card packs. I spent like $100 and I got like $5 out of it. And I just gave all the cards to Carrie and left.
You got like $25 worth of cards, and I think I might have sold one for like $8. So we're good. I think.
Do you know what I just realized? I'm an unpaid bidder right now. Tina was listing a DVD, and I guess at some point she accidentally accepted a best offer from the seller, and it didn't require immediate payment, and so she just bought it. And I just looked. This order from January 13th I have not paid
You're a
for, and I
deadbeat.
don't want it.
You're a
It's,
deadbeat. I had
it's
a
a
viewer
DVD
buy
I already
something.
have listed. Can I just not pay it? Am I that guy?
Hey, no, you could cancel it.
I tried.
I wouldn't be mad if somebody can't. If I've had people do that to me.
Just
I
tell
tried
them.
to
So I'm
cancel.
like, I
I
don't
tried
wanna
to
sell you
cancel.
something you don't want.
Just say you left your phone open and your dog accidentally bit on that DVD.
They said their response when I tried to cancel was, "I don't know how to cancel. Sorry,
You cancel it, Dave,
I can't."
Yeah,
It
you
says
can-
it's too late. It says it's too late to request cancellation.
because it was from January 13th,
Yes,
and that's too late to request cancellation.
it will not let me cancel it. That's correct. It
haven't
says I
paid
have
it.
to contact the seller to cancel it.
Just tell the seller how to do it.
Ugh, that's a lot of work. I mean,
Or just
I
pay
guess,
for it.
How much is
expensive
it?
is it?
Yo, it's a lot of money.
Okay,
It's
so you need
it's
to make
like
a video about it.
$6.
You need to
Just
buy
pay
it.
for it,
You
dude.
need to sign it.
Okay.
Yes.
Throw it in with a sticker and sell
No,
it.
that's a great idea. Yeah, make it a story in one of your
Alright.
videos. Sign
If
it.
you guys
and then-
want to buy Passion of the Christ, my buy price is $10. So
Oh man, throw an NC Piggy in with that sucker,
yeah,
man.
I have no
That's
NC
good.
Piggies. I've been sold out for
I
months.
sold. Did you see my Ultimate Inaman sticker? Well, you guys, I think we talked about it last time. So, I've got. I had 2 extra or 1 extra, so I decided to put that out there on auction. I wonder how that thing's gonna do. We're doing a charity thing. I always keep 1 or 2 things back and then charity auction it off.
Do you know one time someone sent me some inappropriate like fan drawing of Horny Tornado?
Really?
And I feel like someone like that should do something with the Animan and Kevin. I don't know if you're a good cartoonist. I feel like there could be something there.
Ample opportunity on the Facebook page, which we should talk about, y'all.
Yeah, we
The
should.
Yes, it's
Facebook
blowing
page
up.
by this time, if you have to look at it,
I can
and
look
I
right
gotta
now.
constantly babysit it.
I'm
gosh.
constantly
I am-
babysitting it.
Me too.
Like, I'm
What are
sitting
you
on
talking
I
babies.
think it has more subscribers than this
It
channel.
does. It's at 6.1 thousand.
Yeah, which guys,
6.1
can you
thousand.
subscribe to the podcast, please? And then subscribe to NC Flipper and watch every video on repeat. Thank you.
World's
Yeah.
best chef. What do you cook, chef? World's best chef.
No, we don't talk about that channel. We don't talk about Bruno.
Do you have a link to the Patreon on the Facebook page? Do you have a
No.
link to this
Yes.
podcast?
Yeah, I
there are
think the
people in
Patreon
that
is
Facebook
linked.
page who don't know about this podcast, and they want to post. People have this desire to show off, right? We have it good where we get to show our sales every night on these shows.
Yeah.
But there are people out there with crazy, ridiculous finds, and they post them. I'm like, geez, there's so much stuff out there, man. I'd want to post it.
Yeah,
I
for
just,
sure. I'll be like,
I just
speaking of
approved
that-
13 more people. They're
13.
in.
That thing grows
just
like
that
100
quick? You're amazing.
like 100 a day, man. That thing's crazy. Speaking of, I like watching Shad Juice, so this makes some sense. This makes no sense. Shad Juice didn't post a video for 3 months. Then his last video was 7,400 views, and then he went 3 months off, and he posted a video, and he got 59K. So
Wow.
from 7 to 59, and then he took 3 more months off, posted another one, it's not getting any views. Tell me how that works. And you want to talk about long videos? He's throwing out 40-minute videos, y'all. So don't think my videos are long.
It's just that algorithm. I don't know. I mean,
look at that. Do you see that?
I guess I could make a 40-minute video if you gave me 3 months. I could make it happen.
Yeah, think of how many TikToks you could cut that thing into.
I mean, I made an NC. It was so funny because I made an NC Flipper video last Sunday, and I was like, hey guys, I have a ton of sales, a ton to talk about, so I'm going to split this into 2, otherwise it's going to be a 40-minute video, right? And so I record half the sales, like I set up, like Kevin does it, right? He says, here's the 10 sales I'm going to talk about. And so I had topics. I don't write them down like Kevin. They're just constantly flowing in my psychotic brain. And so I talk about all these topics while I'm pulling these first 10 orders. And then I say, okay, that's the end of this episode. See you next time. And then, of course, I do the next 10 orders or whatever it was. Talk about the other topics I had stuck in my brain. And when I go to edit it, the grand total time for both videos was 110 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So it was I spent 110 minutes just talking to myself in my garage that day.
I don't do it quite like that. That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't. You don't even have a topic. Like, I know what the video is going to be.
No, I don't have a topic. It just
you guys
just
do the same
video.
You guys do the same style completely differently. Dave's all ad lib, and you just meticulously write out everything, and you have everything planned.
He's got a script. He's got a teleprompter.
I scripted Carrie's interview for him. I'm like, all right, dude, this is what you're going to say.
Mine's completely
cue the tears, and I just cried on command because that's how good
I honestly don't know what I'm going to talk about until it's done. Like when I go edit it, I'm like, I guess that's what I talked about today.
What's the topic of the video? Wow.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I do with
That's what I do with this podcast.
Channels.
Yeah,
that's true. I'm always curious to see what the title is. Like, what's the title of this one going to be? Sometimes I'm worried.
Yeah.
So,
well, okay.
I kind of deflected from Uncle Steve's revealing my secret, so I didn't.
He didn't really say anything. He just said, no, I pointed at him, I said, what's Kevin's biggest, deepest, darkest secret? And he said, I got nothing, in his cute Uncle Steve voice, and giggled, and then,
Yeah.
He pointed at the shovel, and he's just like, I can't say it.
Yeah, I can't say the amount of people. Hey, Kevin, the reason that video did so well for Shad Juice is the title was, She Was Big Mad, right? Controversy.
She was big mad. That's the thumbnail. The title was You Snooze, You Lose at Garage Sales.
And it's covered in video. Yeah, that's a good thumbnail. That's a very good thumbnail.
Yes.
Although I don't
so
really
Dave's
like that
going to
font.
steal it.
No, I don't
That's
really
always
like that
been his
dripping
font. Look at the banner there. She
Dave's
was big mad. I'm going to use that.
Dave's going to do, she was huge angry.
She was huge angry at this yard sale. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'll be honest. The comments and stuff, not just for me, have gotten like really bad lately, especially on Facebook. Like, people,
for me too.
I've sent you some screenshots of them where it's just complete nonsense. And I think it was Rockstar Flipper posted one where someone was telling him to kill himself. Like, people are getting really aggressive in the comments about resellers. It's kind of crazy.
It's because of people like me post them. They're like, "Oh, you get it posted."
Yeah,
So
I don't really like to. I'll send them to you guys, but I don't.
With TikTok too, it's a lot of people piggybacking on a comment because like Dawn had a video like that last week or a week and a half ago, and it was like very innocuous, nothing serious. I think she found some toys or something, and she was getting skull emojis and all sorts of super dark and mean stuff. She deleted them all, right? And it took about 5 or 10 minutes, and then she didn't get any more comments like that. They were all piggybacking off each other.
Really?
So I have a theory. Yeah. I have a theory that thrifters and thrifting folks have it easier in the comments than garage sale folks because there's a nameless, faceless thrift store, or it might have a name, but it's certainly faceless and doesn't have sympathy, where, the 80-year-old dad that's selling off his kids, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, but there's a face to who you're buying something from.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's definitely a little harder on us garage sellers on YouTube.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered. I almost forgot this, and when I first saw this, I was like, I really want to talk about this on the show, but I'm going to forget it because, like I said, I don't write anything down. Ohio Pickin' put something on Instagram, okay? And it's a conversation with an eBay buyer. Did you read this? Basically, I'm going to read it, okay? And Carrie, if you haven't read it, you'll appreciate it. You're refunding me $6? No. You better do better than that, or I'm going to get every cent from eBay. And then he sends a screenshot and says, as you can see, I refunded $15. Person said, I don't care who you are or what you're doing. You basically stole from me. Then the buyer writes back, I have no item and I'm down $40. What do you call it? eBay will be in touch. Sit tight. This is a ridiculous practice. Okay, so what I'm assuming happened, he didn't give context. What I'm assuming happened is the person bought something, decided they didn't want the item, they sent it back for a refund, and he didn't give them the shipping back. And it gets into that a little bit. He didn't give the shipping back.
But how's he out $40? The shipping was $40?
Potentially, or he did the whole 50% refund, which I've heard some people say you can do. If you're top rated, you can do a 50% refund. So the seller writes back, Ohio Pickin', LOL, you paid 14 plus shipping. You don't get the shipping refunded when you ordered the wrong item. I had to pay to ship you the item. That makes sense, right?
Totally.
Okay, and then the person writes back, I'm glad you find this funny, because he started it off with LOL, right? I'm glad you find this funny. This gets so ridiculous, guys. You gotta just keep listening. This is worth it. And I'm sure eBay is not going to find it very funny, nor are my I can't even do it. 6-figure subscribers.
What?
6-figure subscribers. I'm sure they're going to find this really interesting when I air this one. Okay? Okay, it's getting juicy,
I'm
right?
confused. This is the buyer who said that?
The buyer who feels like they got ripped off.
Wait, so Kevin
subscribers.
So Kevin bought this. Did Kevin buy this?
No, because we're going to get to the state soon, and then you can make a new guess. Hold on.
Okay. I'm excited.
LOL, please do. I'm sure they'll make a mockery over you ordering the wrong item and then playing the victim. You may get a refund, but it won't be from me. It will be from eBay just to make you go away. So he's being a little saucy back to the buyer, sure.
Exactly. They're in the pot.
One more message from you. This is from the buyer. One more message from you, and you're going to get criminal charges.
Oh.
Okay? This is the buyer.
Yeah, that
and
could happen.
we're going to see how funny that is. So you have been advised not to message this email again. The mockery is you mocking me in the email.
Criminal charges to message him?
Just
That's illegal?
This is... Yeah.
The mockery is you
watched Law and
mocking
Order.
me
It's distracts. Yes,
in the
Is
email.
this Rockstar Flipper?
This is Ohio Pickin'. As far as who's the buyer, I don't know. That's an interesting guess.
We need the state. Where's the state?
The mockery is you mocking me in the emails. eBay has already seen it, and I'm already on the phone with them. I happen to be a seller. It's also an eBay seller, guys. A 6-figure following eBay seller.
Criminal law expert.
It's your boss, Dave.
Okay. I happen to be a seller. Again, do not message this email again. Okay? Okay, hold on.
I got a story to add on to this in a minute.
Again, or you will have criminal charges. Have a nice day. And the Ohio Pickin', because he's saucy. I love this guy. No, you have a nice day, is what he says, right? And then the seller said, thank you. Now I have grounds to pursue criminal charges. Okay, against you.
Jump right on that one.
Has Ohio Thrifting done any recent posts?
He's in jail, I think, at this point. Okay, listen. eBay is working in conjunction with me to do so. So eBay is working with him to get these criminal charges filed, okay? They're talking major sanctions on you already. Major sanctions, okay?
Major. Like he's a country.
We're going to have a follow-up with Ohio Pickin'.
We need to interview Ohio Pickin' and see what happens.
We got to take this segment and put it at the beginning of the video.
So he says, I'm not sure you're... Well, dude, this is our title. Criminal charges, okay, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure
Make
you're
them wait an hour and a half.
Wait to the end.
No, you know what? We'll do a little teaser and a splash screen, guys. We'll make it work. You guys have sat an hour and 34 minutes just to hear
this podcast is going to blow your mind.
I'm not sure you're familiar with how the law works. This is Ohio Pickin' talking back to him. But please continue to make a fool of yourself. It's quite entertaining. I'm very familiar with how the Florida law works. And Florida revised code states that if you are advised to cease and desist with electronic messages and failed to do so, it is a felony in the state of Florida. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. You will be hearing from the proper authority as well as eBay, who has advised me to utilize the law. And then that's it. So yeah, what do you guys think?
You to utilize the law. Yeah, it's Rockstar. Yeah.
It could no, he's not that
No, he's
much
not,
of a
no.
D-bag. That's ridiculous.
He's a nice guy.
It's probably someone with a 6-figure following on TikTok, which is basically nothing. Right? So that's no offense, Carrie.
No, he doesn't. Oh, yeah. Is it me?
Is it you? Well, no, I'm just saying a 6-figure following, like this guy is pretty mean and rude for a 6-figure following.
True.
I don't know. That was, I think, an amazing story. Now, Kevin, you wanted to piggyback onto it.
Well, you asked me if I got I got a negative feedback, another negative feedback, and I also got that one removed. So I just thought,
how do you do that? What was the negative feedback about?
I sold a G.I. Joe item, figure, and weapons and card as complete, but it was missing a stand, a little tiny stand that something leaned on. And so they sent a message to me, and they're like, "Hey, it's missing this stand. If you give me a $20 partial refund, I'm good." Well, it was $32, and it's got like 7 pieces, and they want $20 for whatever. And my viewers actually some viewers got on me. They're like, "Yeah, you should have given it to them." I'm like, they're like, it costs $20 to replace it, which it doesn't. It costs about $14. But the point, this person was a reseller. They bought it off me knowing that I made an error in the listing. And then when they got it, they immediately came back with that because they could have got this whole figure for $12, and they could have sold it not as complete and made money on it. They were selling G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah.
That's what they sell. They were doing it on purpose. So I'm like, no. I'm like, you can just send it back. I'll give you a full refund.
Yeah.
And so they left me negative feedback. Yeah, and he left me negative feedback and didn't send it back. So there you go. That's all the evidence you need.
Crazy.
And then so I called up eBay, and within 60 seconds it was gone.
But you have the celebrity hotline. So,
I do have the celebrity hotline. I have
it's
Dave, I have
CWP calling from the supply hut.
Yeah, but when you say CWP, they're like, "Oh, it's CWP." Okay.
No,
you don't want to
they
start
ask you what your store name is, but I don't think those people. Are you telling me that eBay employees are keeping up with YouTube resellers? The people who are answering the phones,
dealing with
mega celebrities, yes.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're old enough to watch you anyways. All right, that has been this episode of Trash to Cash Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.